Hey guys, RBD Guy here. This is actually part 2 of a 2-part video series, so go ahead and click the playlist down below and check out part 1 first, or else this video might seem a bit anticlimactic.
Really? Anticlimactic? Come on, man!
Just let me do my thing, okay?
Carry on!
So last time I started talking about my top 5 favorite video games of all time, which was something I wasn't really prepared for.
Actually, I have all the data I need.
What?
You heard me! I'm finished here. You carry on doing whatever it is you actually do. The experiment was a complete success. You'll be hearing from me soon. Good day.
Really? That's it? All this build-up to my number 1 favorite game of all time, and I don't have to do it? Nah. You know what? That wouldn't be fair to you guys. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. What the hell? It's kind of Christmas time, right? It's December. Let's go ahead and talk about my number 1 favorite video game of all time. Now, before I get into this, let me just go on the record to say this is going to be one of the hardest videos I've ever done before. How does one truly articulate why a movie, TV show, book, video game, or whatever piece of entertainment is their number 1 favorite kind of all time? How does someone do that? Well, let's give it a shot. That's right, Metal Gear Solid is my favorite game of all time. What the hell can I really say about this game? Let's start on the story. Metal Gear Solid stars Solid Snake, a legendary soldier and ex-member of Foxhound, an elite group of the best type of soldiers around, who is tasked with infiltrating an enemy base located in Alaska and rescue 2 hostages and stop a radical group of new Foxhound members from starting a nuclear war. That's sort of the basis of it, but the game has so much more to it that I could never really fully talk about on this episode. I'd need like an hour or 2. The characters in the game are well written and really damn interesting. The actors they hired to voice them all do a damn good job at it. I always felt that the acting in other entries in the series really lacked sincerity and sounded like actors reading off of a script, which is not to say they don't come off as believable, they still totally do. MGS1's acting really feels sincere and allows players to buy into the character arcs and stories that play out over the game. Also, the game features the best performance of David Hayter's Solid Snake in comparison to later entries. Hayter really loses himself to the role and brings unique deliveries to the script that later entries lacked, in my opinion. The gameplay is excellent. It's a little primitive when compared to later entries in the series, but totally suits this game 1-to-1. You basically have abilities, items, and weapons that help players sneak around the enemy base without being caught by the enemy, which, of course, is the entire point of this game and the whole series. The mission Snake is on is one of stealth, and the player's goal is to keep that in mind throughout the whole experience. The boss fights are something else. Snake takes on all of the members of Foxhound, which includes Sniper Wolf, which features an awesome sniper battle, Vulcan Raven, which has a cat and mouse-esque battle, Revolver Ocelot, which is classic running and gunning, and Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis is by far one of the most interesting and fun boss battles ever. When I first played the game, I had no fucking clue what I was doing. You can't hit the guy and all he does is taunt you. After a while, you get a call from your support team telling you to switch the controller to the second port, and you're like, what? It's such a cool moment that really shows how this game still knows it's a video game despite all of its cinematic features. The final boss is Liquid Snake, the clone brother of Solid Snake. This boss battle is epic as all hell. It begins with you fighting Liquid in Metal Gear, which is the giant robot mech capable of firing a nuclear warhead, and also the series' namesake. Then it turns into a fist fight, and finally a goddamn car chase! How fucking epic is that? The game as a whole features some pretty cool content aside from the main game. There's a set of VR missions to help hone your stealth skills, and for good practice, and a set of briefing tapes that expand the opening of the game with more background on the mission premise. Speaking of background, the game also has a summary of the original MSX Metal Gear game and its sequel, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which were released before Metal Gear Solid. It makes MGS1 even more of a great starting off game for the Metal Gear series. I've described all the features of the game and why I like them, but it's still so hard to really explain why this is my favorite game of all time. At the surface, I just really like how cinematic the game can get, while still respecting itself as a video game. Hideo Kojima, the director of the game, is my favorite video game developer. He has really unique ideas that he keeps expanding and adding to as the technology gets better and better to make video games. And with Metal Gear Solid, he really laid the foundation for the series and cinematic video games in general. If any of you have yet to play it, I highly recommend you give Metal Gear Solid a chance. You can pick it up on the original PlayStation, PlayStation 3, and, if you could find it, on PC.
Man, well, that was pretty fun after all. Whew. If you guys have a top 5 favorite games of all time, drop a comment down below. Let me know what they are. I'd be happy to read about them. And also, I'm really sorry about the drama earlier with that guy. That was totally unnecessary, and I doubt we'll be seeing that guy anytime soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But anyway, we'll be back next year with some more videos. But before I sign off for the year, always remember, Retrospectives-Be-Damned, I'm telling my story. Oh, man. Who are you?
You know who I am.
Oh, come on! Not you again!
No, seriously. You truly know who I am.
You!
What? Another cliffhanger? Who is the other IBD guy? How does the regular IBD guy know him? Why does he persist on wearing a necktie on a graphic tee? And why do I keep returning at the end of every season? Some of these questions, along with some silly cameos, will be revealed next year on Retrospectives-Be-Damned! Looks like a piece of shit.